All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Raiders content, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoy it. The Raiders are coming off the worst loss of the entire season, and you know what? Actually, that Saints loss was definitely the worst one. They're coming off probably the second worst loss of the entire season. They went out there and recently, actually today, signed Sidney Jones, who recently was waived from the Seattle Seahawks. Now, guys, I got to keep it a buck. I don't like. I don't really get it. Sidney Jones got beat out by a couple of rookies over in Seattle. They tried to trade him, didn't work. Cut him. They freed up like $1 million in cap space. You know, Sidney Jones, former second-round pick, isn't a bad corner by any means. However, I'm not quite sure what he offers the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, I'm not going to go as far to say this isn't a recap video on that game. Sidney Jones, even if the Raiders weren't 2-6 and playoff hopes most likely completely obliterated, because I don't know how you don't score any points in the second half. Josh McDaniels' play calling looks horrible. The defense is pretty miserable right now. You know, Nate House being on the IR definitely doesn't help. I'm just confused because you had Casey Hayward. You know, you had one of the best cornerbacks in the entire NFL. When I take a look at this, you know, the best cornerback depth is pass rushing. And outside of Max Crosby, there is not a single soul on this Raiders team except, I guess, Nate Hobbs, who's on the IR, is also a defensive back, who is putting up significant or consistent pressures against opposing teams' QBs. So, yeah, Sidney Jones, he's mainly been a complimentary piece in his NFL career. I would imagine they view him as a low-risk, high-reward. I don't think teams... I don't want to say that, because we're only halfway through the season, I don't want to say the Raiders are 100% tanking this year. However, I hate what I'm seeing on the defensive front from... It's just inconsistent. Like I said, they're not getting any pass rushing. You know, the linebackers could use some depth. The defense is just... they traded Mullen for a bag of Lay's chips. They like the party pack. So... got rid of Hayward. Like, you don't re-sign Hayward. You trade away Mullen for nothing. I don't understand a lot of the moves they made on the defensive end. Jonathan Hankins traded. It doesn't seem like the Raiders are prioritizing winning necessarily right now after the way the defense... I hate to say crumbled because, I think the Raiders really lost that game because you scored 0 points in the second half. How do you score 0 points in the second half against the Jacksonville Jaguars? It's completely embarrassing. Outscored 17-0 again in the second half. So, I feel like I'm kind of projecting here my complaints with this last week. I guarantee you guys they gave too much money to Josh McDaniels, and regardless of your thoughts on Derek Carr, Josh McDaniels, I have a hard time believing that they are, whether you think Josh is the issue or not, I'm not putting all the blame on Josh. I don't understand his calling a lot of the times. I've tried to back him up, however, week by week, it just continually doesn't make sense. So, we'll continue to evaluate this season. I'll talk about this game a little bit more in depth, maybe later on tonight, but probably a video tomorrow, or maybe later tonight. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. But also, guys, real quick, if you could do me a favor, I'm recording this on a brand new microphone, and I didn't do any testing. So, let me know what you guys think. If this is solid audio, and we can go from there, get some clips going, and the whole kit and caboodle, because we're upgrading everything right now because this season is... Let me know what you guys thought about the Sidney Jones signing. That's it for me. Hit that sub button. I'll see you guys later.